Okay, students, let us take the exercise 3.2. Okay, the concept related to this exercise had already been told you. Okay, here we will use in this exercise we will use the different trigonometric ratios in the ratio of the sides, that is perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. Okay, in sine theta just like perpendicular upon hypotenuse. In the same way, other trigonometric ratios will also be used, and also we will use the different trigonometric identities that we have already used in class 10th, that is like sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1, sec square theta minus 1 is equals to tan square theta, cosec square theta minus 1 equals to cot square theta, tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta, and sin theta multiplied by cosec theta is equals to 1, just like these. Okay, so we will use these trigonometric ratios and trigonometric identities to solve this exercise. Okay, so let us take the questions. Okay, so let us take question number 1, that is cos x is equals to minus 1 by 2, and x lies in third quadrant. X lies in third quadrant. Okay, and you have to find the other 5 trigonometric ratios. Find the other 5 trigonometric ratios. Find other trigonometric ratios, TR. Okay, so question is very much clear to all of you that cos x is given, but one more thing that is given, that x lies in the third quadrant. X lies in third quadrant means, what does mean by the x lies in third quadrant? Go to the third quadrant. Okay, go to the third quadrant, 90 degree, 180 degree. Second quadrant complete. Now third quadrant started, and in third quadrant we know that angle varies from 180 to 270 degree. Okay, and in this quadrant, as per the sign of the trigonometric ratios that I have already told you, ASTC, T means tangent and its reciprocal cotangent. Tangent and cotangent both are positive, and other 4 trigonometric ratios are negative. That is why cos x is given negative. And when we will find sin x, sec x, cosec x, these are also negative. Only tan x and cot x are positive in this quadrant. Okay, so let us find the other trigonometric ratios using the trigonometric ratio property or the trigonometric identities. Okay, here we can use the trigonometric identity sin square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. So sin square x, we have sin square x is equals to 1 minus cos square x, that is 1 minus cos square x minus 1 by 2 square, that is equals to 1 minus 1 by 4, that is equals to 3 by 4. So sin x is equals to under root 3 by 4 plus minus under root 3 by 4. But as I have already told you, x lies in the third quadrant. So in third quadrant, sin x will also negative. So this plus sign has no relevance. Okay, so sin x is equals to minus under root 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Okay, so sin x equals to minus under root 3 by 2. Okay, now tan x, you know the tan x is the ratio of sin x and cos x. So tan x is equals to sin x upon cos x. Okay, and sin x is minus under root 3 by 2, and cos x is minus 1 by 2. 2 will cancel 2, that is equals to minus under root 3 by minus 1, that is equals to plus under root 3. Okay, and tan x in third quadrant is positive, so tan x is positive. Okay, now cot x, we know that cot x is the reciprocal of tan x. Reciprocal of tan x. So cot x is equals to 1 by under root 3. Okay. So cot x is equals to 1 by under root 3. Now two more trigonometric ratios are left, that is sec x. So sec x is equals to 1 upon cos x. Sec x is the reciprocal of cos x. So cos x is minus 1 by 2. So this is equals to minus 2. So sec x is equals to minus 2. And cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. Cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. So 1 upon sin x, that is minus under root 3 by 2. Sin x is equals to this one. Cos x is equals to this one. So sin x is equals to minus under root 3 by 2. So 1 upon minus under root 3 by 2 is minus 2 by under root 3. So cosec x is equal to minus 2 by under root 3. Okay. So this one is cos sec x and cosec x is equals to minus 2 by under root 3. This one is cosec x and this one is cot x and this one is tan x. Okay. So we have to find all the quadratic ratio, all the trigonometric ratios. Okay. This type of questions we have already done in class 10th also. Okay, but the difference was that here one more condition is given. One more condition. What is that condition? That x lies in third quadrant. This is the condition. This is the condition which tells you or tells us that what will be the sign of the trigonometric ratios, different trigonometric ratios. Okay, so I have already told you how to solve these questions. Almost all the things I have told you. Okay, now let's take the another question of the same exercise. Another question of the same exercise, that is question number, let us take the question number 4. One more question of the same type question, that is fourth. Sec x equals to 13 upon 5. Sec x equal to 13 upon 5 and x lies in fourth quadrant. X lies in fourth quadrant. Okay. So this is the condition. This is the condition to see that which sign will be in front of trigonometric ratio. Okay. Means this condition represent the sign of the trigonometric ratio. X lies in fourth quadrant, and when we goes in fourth quadrant, means first quadrant 90 degree up to 90 degree, up to 180 degree it is second quadrant, up to 270 degree it is third quadrant, and fourth quadrant between 270 and 360. So in fourth quadrant we know that ASTC, that is C stands for cos and its reciprocal sec. So in this quadrant only cos and sec will be positive, and other means sine, tan, cot and cosec. All four trigonometric ratios will be negative. Okay, sign is clear to all of you. Now the only thing is to find the other trigonometric ratios. So sec x is given 13 upon 5. Now we have to find cos x. Cos x is equals to 1 upon sec x. Cos x is the reciprocal of sec x. So 1 upon 13 upon 5, that is 5 upon 13. So cos x is equals to 5 upon 13. Okay. Now from cos x we can easily find sin x. So find the sin x. So sin square x we know that is equals to 1 minus cos square x. That is 1 minus cos square x, that is 5 upon 13 square, is equals to 1 minus 5 square upon 13 square is equals to 169 minus 25 upon 169. So sin square x is equals to 169 minus 25, that is 144 upon 169. 9. So it is equals to 12 upon 13 square. So sin x is equals to plus minus 12 upon 13. Okay. Now as I have already told you that in fourth quadrant sin is negative. That is why the positive sign has no relevance. Okay. So sin x is negative, that is minus 12 upon 13. So sin x is this and cos x is already fine, that is this. So three trigonometric ratios are known. Now sin x, due to sin x we can find cosec x. Cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. So 1 upon minus 12 upon 13, that is minus 13 upon 12. So cosec x equal to minus 13 upon 12. Okay. So cosec x is known now. So what is remaining? The remaining is tan x. Tan x is equals to sin x upon cos x. And sin x is equals to minus 12 upon 13. Minus 12 upon 13 upon cos x. Cos x, that is 5 upon 13. So this is tan x. Tan x is equals to minus 12 upon 5. Okay. So tan x is known to us. Okay. So tan x is equals to minus 12 upon 5, and from this tan x we can find cot x. Cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, that is 1 upon minus 12 upon 5. So cot x is equals to minus 5 upon 12. All the trigonometric ratios we have find. Okay. We have find all the trigonometric ratios. Okay. So in this way you can do all other questions also. Now let us take the questions. Next question, that is question number. This question is somewhat different from these questions. Okay. This question that I am going to take is something different. And this is find the values of trigonometric functions. Question number 6. Find the trigonometric values. Find the value of trigonometric function. First one is, sixth one is sin 765 degree. Sin 765 degree. Okay. What is the value of sin 765 degree? You have already find the value of sin. Sin 0 is 0. Sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. Sin 45 degree is 1 by under root 2. Sin 60 degree is under root 3 by 2. And sin 90 degree is 1. You know. But what is the value of this sin 765 degree? It's not an easy way, but not a difficult one also. Okay. This can be find out very easily. So how to find the value of sin 765 degree? Firstly, we have to know that in which quadrant this angle will lie. Means 765 degree will lie in which quadrant. Okay. So we have to convert this. We have to convert this angle into multiple of pi by 2 or the multiple of pi or the multiple of 2 pi. Okay. So this can be write down as sin 90 into, how many 90 into 9 8 is 720. So 90 into 8. 90 into 8 plus 90 into 8, that is 720 and 45. So 765 can be write down as, you can see that 90 into 8 plus 45, that is 720 plus 45. Okay. Now sin, this is 90 into 8 and this can be write down as 90 into 8 means 2 into 360 plus, okay, firstly write down it as 180 into 4 plus 45. Then write down it as 2 into 180, that is 360 into 2 plus 45. Okay, so 360 into 2 plus 45. Now draw a quadrant. So this one is 360 degree. This is 2 times of 360 degree. So again this is 2 times of 360, 2 times of 360. So 2 times of 360, that is 720. Angle 720 is up to the positive x-axis. Now 45 degree more plus 45 degree, that is 45 degree here in this quadrant. So this angle will lie in first quadrant. Okay, how to know that this angle will lie in which quadrant? Okay, so multiply. So change the given angle into the multiple of 360. Into the multiple of 360. So it is multiple of 2. Multiple of 2 means 2 complete rotation of the initial ray. 2 complete rotation of this initial ray OX. First rotation, that is 360 degree, and then again rotation, that is 720 degree. So 720 degree plus 45 degree. So plus 45 degree will lie in first quadrant. So this angle will lie in first quadrant. Okay, it is clear to you that this angle will lie in first quadrant, and in first quadrant all the angles are positive. Okay, so this is equals to sin 45 degree. This is equals to sin 45 degree, and the value of sin 45 degree is 1 by under root 2. 1 by under root 2. So the value of 765 degree. Value of 765 degree is equals to 1 by under root 2. Okay. Now we will take the next question to make this concept more clear. Okay. Let us take question number 7. Let us take the question number 7. Question number 7 is, find the value of cosec minus 1410 degree. Okay, cosec minus 1410 degree. What is the value of this cosec minus 141? As you are seeing that the angle is negative. Angle is negative. Okay, so firstly we will split this 1410. 1410 is equals to 360 into 4. 360 into 4 equal to 14140. 360 into 4 equal to 1440. Okay. 40 4 6 24 2 4 3 12 12 to 14 1440. But this is 30 degree greater than 1410. So 360 into 4 minus 30 degree. So 1410 can be write down as 360 into 4 minus 30 degree. Okay, so this is equals to cosec. Cosec minus is outside and inside, this is 360 into 4 minus 30 degree. Okay. Now multiply minus sign inside the bracket. Cosec minus 360 into 4 plus 30 degree. Plus 30 degree. Okay. So this is negative angle and this is positive angle. Now negative sense of an angle means clockwise direction, and positive sense of angle means anti-clockwise direction. Okay, I have already told you. So negative angle means clockwise direction, rotation in clockwise direction. So one rotation of clockwise direction, that is minus 360 degree. Okay, and second rotation in clockwise direction means minus 2 into 360 degree. Third rotation means minus 3 into 60, and fourth rotation means minus 4 into 360. So minus 4 into 360 degree. Completed at this point. Completed on x-axis, positive x-axis. Okay. Now plus 30 degree. Plus 30 means anti-clockwise direction. So in anti-clockwise direction, plus 30 degree. Plus 30 degree. So this is 30 degree. That is, this angle will lie in first quadrant. Okay. This angle will lie in first quadrant. Firstly, what we have do? Firstly, we have converted the given angle, only angle, not the sign. Only angle, that is 1410 into the multiple of 90 or 180 or 360. So it is the multiple of 360. 4 times of 360 minus 30. Minus 30. Okay. So this is the 1410 degree. Now put this in the place of 1410 degree. Minus sign outside the bracket, 360 into 4 minus 30 degree. Now multiply the minus sign, minus 360 into 4 plus 30 degree. Okay. Now this is minus 60 into 4 plus 30 degree. Minus this angle is negative. Minus 4 times of 360. Minus 4 times of 360. It means in a clockwise direction, 4 rotation. 4 rotation in clockwise direction. 360 means one complete rotation, but negative sign shows clockwise direction and 4 shows 4 rotation. So 4 rotation of this axis in clockwise direction. So minus 4 into 360 degree is at this point. At this point means on the positive x-axis. Okay. Now this is plus 30 degree, and plus 30 degree will come in first quadrant. So total angle this will come in first quadrant, and in first quadrant all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay. This one is also positive. That is why this is equal to cosec 30. Cosec 30, and cosec 30 is 2. Cosec 30 is 2. So the value of this angle is 2. Okay. Now is it clear to you? Okay. Now let us take the another question. Let's take the another question, that is question number 8. That is tan of 19 pi upon 3. Tan of 19 pi upon 3. You have to find the value of this. Now it is given in pi. Okay. Or when it is given in pi, it's easier to solve the question. Okay. Why? This is quadrant. This is 90 degree. 90 degree means pi by 2. Pi means 180. 180 by 2 is 90. So pi by 2. And this is pi 180. This is 3 pi by 2, 270. And this is 2 pi. This is 2 pi, that is 360. Okay. Then 2 pi, then again 4 pi, then again 6 pi. Okay. So now we will convert this 19 pi upon 3 in multiple of pi or 2 pi. Okay. So this is equals to 10 divided by 3. 3 6 ja 18. 3 6 ja 18 plus pi by 3. Okay. When we divide 19 by 3, 3 6 by 18, 1. So 6 is complete. 6 is complete, and then 1 by 3. 1 by 3. So 6 pi plus 1 by 3 pi. Okay. 6 pi plus pi by 3. It should be clear to you. Then we will move forward to solve the question. Okay. Now let us see. 6 pi, positive 6 pi. Positive 6 pi means anti-clockwise direction. 6 pi. This can also be written down as 2 into 3 pi plus pi by 3. 3 into 2 pi, sorry. 3 into 2 pi. 2 pi, why 2 pi? Because in complete rotation, in one complete rotation, the initial rate subtends angle 2 pi radian. Okay. Turn total angle, that is 2 pi radian in complete rotation. One complete rotation is equals to 2 pi radian in anti-clockwise direction. So after taking one complete rotation, it is 2 pi. Then again taking complete rotation, it is 4 pi. Then again taking complete rotation, it is 6 pi. So 6 pi is where? 6 pi pi is on the positive x axis. So 6 pi is complete. 6 pi is complete. Now this is pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Plus means again in anti-clockwise direction. Pi by 3 comes here in first quadrant. This is pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree. Okay. So pi by 3 is in first quadrant. So this angle will also lie in first quadrant. So this is equals to tan pi by 3. Tan pi by 3. Okay. Is it clear? It is tan pi by 3, tan 60 degree, that is under root 3. So value of this angle is equals to under root 3. So you can find the value of all the angles, infinite angles, minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, using this trick. Okay. Now let's take one more question number 10. One more question, and this is the last question of the exercise 3.2. This is the last question of the exercise 3.2. 10 question number, and question number 10 is find the value of the trigonometric function cot minus 15 pi upon 4. Minus 15 pi upon 4. Okay. So you have to find the value of this minus cot. So you have to find the value of this. Okay. Cot minus 15 pi upon 4. Again minus 15 pi upon 4. Okay. So let us forget the sign. Cot minus 15 upon 4 into pi. And 15 upon 4. Then we write down as 4 into 4 minus 1 upon 4. Okay. 4 into 4 minus 1 upon 4. 16 minus 1 upon 4. Sorry, 4 minus 1 upon 4. Okay. So this is equals to cot minus 4 minus 1 upon 4 into pi. So this is equals to cot minus 4 pi plus 1 by 4 pi. Is it clear to you or not? If this is clear, then there is no problem. Firstly, write down 15 upon 4 multiple of pi by 2 pi, etc. So this can be write down as 4 the 16 minus 1 upon 4. So this is 16 minus 1, that is 15 upon 4. Okay. So 4 minus 1 upon 4 pi, that is after multiplying pi and minus 4 pi minus plus 1 upon 4 pi. So it should be clear to you, that is minus 15 upon 4 can be write down as minus 4 pi plus 1 upon 4. Okay. Now minus 4 pi means clockwise direction. So this is in clockwise direction. One complete rotation in clockwise direction means it is minus 2 pi. Okay. And again second rotation means minus 4 pi. Again complete second rotation, that is minus 4 pi. So it is minus 4 pi. The angle minus 4 pi is on the positive x-axis. Now it is plus 1 upon 4 pi. Plus 1 upon 4 pi means anti-clockwise direction. So pi by 4 means 45 degree. So it will lie in, this is pi by 4. This is pi by 4. Okay. So pi by 4 will lie in first quadrant. So this angle ultimately, finally, the given angle will lie in first quadrant. Okay. And in first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. All the trigonometric ratios are positive. Which means this is equals to cot pi upon 4. Cot pi upon 4. So cot pi upon 4 is equals to 1. Cot pi upon 4 is equals to 1. So the value of this trigonometric function is 1. Okay. Have you learn some facts from today's discussion or not. Okay, from question number 1 to question number 5 we have learned that what is the sign of the trigonometric ratios in different quadrants, and also learn how to find other trigonometric ratios when one trigonometric ratio is given. Okay, so we can use the trigonometric identities to find the other trigonometric ratios, and we can use the short trick ASTC to find or to determine the sign of the trigonometric ratio in different quadrants. A for first quadrant, A means all trigonometric ratios are positive in first quadrant. T for second quadrant, sorry, S for second quadrant. S means sine and its reciprocal cosec. So sine and cosec are positive in second quadrant. T stands for tangent and T for third quadrant. So T means tangent and cotangent. Tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are positive in third quadrant, and other trigonometric ratios are negative in this quadrant. Okay, C stands for cos and its reciprocal sec, and in fourth quadrant. Okay, so in fourth quadrant cos and sec are positive and other trigonometric ratios are negative. So in this way we can find the sign of trigonometric ratio. Okay, this was question number 1 to 5, and after that from question 6 to 10 we have find the value of trigonometric ratios, trigonometric functions of the different angles. Either this angle is positive or this angle is negative. When the given angle is positive we will go anti-clockwise direction, and when angle is negative we will go anti-clockwise direction. Okay, thank you.